On this episode of the Globe News Report, music consumption is changing, but not necessarily in the ways you think.
A local venue is getting a long overdue facelift.
And one group is seeing an increase in pet adoptions. All this plus more on the Globe News Report. Welcome to the Globe News Report. I'm Tanner Camp.
And I'm Zachariah Begley. Tanner, we're here at another month of the Globe News Report after a mid-season break for the holiday season. What are you looking forward to throughout the whole time we're here as we move into a new decade in 2020?
You know, I'm just looking forward to, first off, the stories that we have for the show today. I'm also looking forward to upcoming events in the downtown Goshen area. And then just in general, a great group of people to work with here for the Globe News Report. So I'm really looking forward to, again, a brand new year and a brand new decade for Globe News coverage.
Yeah, I'm excited what 2020 brings for us as well as beyond 2020 as we move into yet another decade, like you said.
Absolutely. Vinyl sales have been growing recent over the years. Our own Riley Friesner gives some insight into what this means for music consumption as a whole.
Last year, Rolling Stone reported that vinyl records are on track to outsell compact discs for the first time in 33 years. We wanted to determine how the people in the Goshen community are most commonly consuming music and what mediums they are spending the most money on. To achieve this, we spoke with local experts and conducted an anonymous response survey on the campus of Goshen College. Francisco Ramirez, a local vinyl collector, gave his opinion on the popularity and consumer appeal that vinyl records possess.
Part of the reason that vinyl is having such an impressive revival is that people like something they can hold in their hands. I've collected music since CDs were a thing, and even before that in the days of cassettes. And the great thing about records is you can hold them, you can look at the artwork, you can pull the liner notes out and look at them, you can read the back. It's something tangible. So even just disregarding the sound quality issues around CDs and that they do actually eventually degrade. You know, a record that you take care of is going to sound better than a CD you open up out of the shrink wrap. Why carry around a box of compact discs to listen to your car when you can plug your phone in, right? So a lot of people do a lot of their listening either at work or on their commute, or in the subway, or whatever the case may be. And so there's not as much of a need for one disc or 5 discs that you can plug in somewhere. Likewise, same thing in the home environment. I think when streaming and digital first became a thing, people thought that it would kill all other forms of music, and they were right to an extent, because who wants to pull a CD out and put it in? Whereas with a record, you get that warmth, that vibrancy, that immediacy.
Julie Hirschberger, the co-owner of Ignition Music Garage, also had insight on the consistently profitable sales of vinyl.
I think it's the direct opposite of streaming. Streaming is so easy. You can do it wherever. And records, you get home, you sit down, you put one on. It's a whole ritual. If us selling more vinyl is a reflection of the rest of the world or the rest of our country, then I would have to assume that records are selling better than CDs right now, and there's probably a few reasons for that. Quality, first and foremost, I think.
While our interviews presented a clear preference in vinyl records in the Goshen community, our Goshen College questionnaire revealed very different results. A nearly unanimous 91% of respondents reported a preference for streaming services, such as Apple Music, YouTube, and Spotify. Only 7.39% of respondents preferred listening to music on compact discs, but hardly anyone claimed to favor vinyl records, which came in at 0.4%. And finally, 63.54% reported spending more money on streaming services in a year than on any other music medium, including CDs at 11.46% and vinyl at 4.17%. While vinyl is alive and well in the Goshen community, college students seem to value the convenience and affordability that goes along with streaming their music. For Globe News, I'm Riley Friesner.
You're a really big music lover. What do you listen to your music on most of the time?
So I think the way to go for me is still CDs. I just love the idea of having them in my car and then just being able to listen to them. I also love collecting them. I also use my phone. I think that's a super popular way for me. But I think for me, it's still the number one way to listen to music is through CDs.
For myself, it's definitely my phone or my Alexa on my headphones or out loud in the apartment. I mean, we're roommates, so you know what it's like.
Absolutely.
But yeah, definitely streaming is the way to go for me.
Mm-hmm.
Much needed restoration is happening to a downtown theater when we return on the Globe News Report.
Goshen students enjoy an amazing record of success. What's the secret? It starts with hands-on learning experiences. Whether it's a service project in Peru, a sustainability semester at our Environmental Learning Center, or broadcasting for our award-winning radio station, it adds up to life-changing perspectives and real-world skill development that makes a difference to future employers. And it's all available at a campus that makes everyone feel at home. Come hang out with us and see for yourself. Schedule your campus visit today at goshen.edu/visit.
The Goshen Theater is receiving much-needed upgrades to the building after a long-time use and little restoration in its lengthy history. Bryce Stouffer gathered some information on how that process is going.
The Goshen Theater is getting renovated for the first time since 1907. Globe News spoke with Managing Director Amber Burgess on what the renovation entails.
The renovations are incredible. They're going really well. We've got crews in here all day, every day, Monday through Friday, and there's so much work and a diverse amount of different kinds of people in all the time, doing things from plastering, drywall, restoring our tin ceiling, putting in sprinkler system, and that's just today. So it's a lot. It's a lot to keep up with, but it's amazing to see such hard work and such beautiful work going in to restore something that I'm so passionate about. Well, the Goshen Theater was built in 1905, burned down in 1906, and then was rebuilt in 1907. Since then, it's gone through a number of sort of renovations, but there are some things that needed attention. Back in the 1940s, they converted it to a movie theater, and then after that, it sort of lay dormant for a little while and then was taken over by a church. Nobody had ever purchased the building that was able to really restore and revitalize some of the things that were wrong.
With a surprise donation, the renovation plans have slightly changed, according to Burgess.
A large donor was interested in a particular project in the theater and approached a member of our board about the feasibility of possibly putting in new chairs in the auditorium. It sounds simple to just replace some chairs, but with a building and a venue this old, there's always more logistical concerns. So we weren't really going to touch the auditorium in this phase of renovations. We were really focused on the accessibility issues, getting the elevator in, getting more bathrooms, renovating the lobby, and this donor, was very passionate about sprucing up the auditorium in a small way, sort of as a gift to Goshen, so that people could enjoy the venue. We had been hoping to reopen around April or May for phase one. The new timeline for the continuing renovations, it looks like, will be reopening around July.
The Goshen Theater wants to be a part of the community. Here's how you can get involved.
Absolutely. Folks can go to goshentheater.com to volunteer if they wanted to rent or book the space, if they wanted to donate. There's all sorts of resources there. We also have brand new in 2020 in the summer, a children's youth program that we're going to be doing here at the theater. It's a 3-week day camp, and that's the Goshen Theater Drama Club. And if folks are interested in the drama club, they can go to goshentheaterdrama.com.
Reporting for Globe News, I'm Bryce Stouffer.
You know, Zach, my sophomore year, I actually had a bumper for the Riverbend Film Festival, which is also part of the Goshen Theater, and actually got to go to the Goshen Theater and check out my bumper on the screen and check out a bunch of cool movies. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Goshen Theater looks when it's done.
Yeah, I was part of there helping with the coverage of the story, and it was really interesting what they're doing. I mean, before there was about 1,000 seats, and they're going to add a few extra in based on the renovations. And before it felt like a really tight-knit space, even though there was a lot of people in it. I bet it's going to feel like that once again.
Definitely, definitely.
Goshen College students enjoy an amazing success record, and we have some impressive numbers to prove it. But stories of our graduates say even more, like developing a breakthrough antiviral drug for HIV/AIDS, writing #1 hits, being named one of Time Magazine's most influential people in the world for cancer research, and enjoying a broadcast career right out of college. They all started with a real-world education on a campus that makes everyone feel at home. See how the numbers add up and schedule your campus visit today at goshen.edu/visit.
The Humane Society of Elkhart County has seen major improvements in their adoption rates over the last decade. Riley Friesner went and found the factors that led to this increase.
The Humane Society of Elkhart County has reported that the number of animals being euthanized at the shelter has gone down significantly in the last decade. At the same time, adoption rates continue to improve. This is due in part to their new facility, which opened in 2018.
Since we moved to this new building, everything has changed. The building itself, the environment for the animals, the environment for the people working, the volunteers, the people visiting us, everything has just changed. In our old building, the cats were right outside the dog rooms, so they just heard bark, bark, bark all day. Now it's quiet. Within moving to the new shelter, the cats within 48 hours were so much calmer. We've got separate areas for our small dogs versus our larger dogs to make the small dogs feel more comfortable. We've got community rooms for cats, but then we also have single cages. So if you have a cat that wants to be a single individual, not have roommates, they've got their space too. Our filtration is separated in different areas. So with that filtration, there's less chances of diseases spreading, of something that's viral spreading. So if we had an area that we had to quarantine off, we could actually keep it more quarantined off. So the animals stay healthier. Come visit the shelter. It's a far cry from the old building. It's 2 times the size. It's a very friendly, inviting environment.
The Humane Society of Elkhart County says that now 85% of cats and 95% of dogs are being fostered or adopted, which is a drastic increase from 25% and 75% in 2010. For Globe News, I'm Riley Friesner.
So Tanner, you have 2 cats at home.
Yep.
And it's big to have a place like the Elkhart County Humane Society that really leads to adoption. What does that mean for you, having 2 cats?
It means a lot. You know, actually both my cats were left on the front door, so it means a lot to me whenever people can bring in pets and take care of them. So it means a lot to me, and it's great to see stories like this come here for the Globe News Report.
Definitely, for sure. When we come back, we'll talk about a national day that is celebrated at a local store in downtown Goshen. All next on the Globe News Report. National Popcorn Day is January 18th every year, and local popcorn store Shirley's Popcorn in downtown Goshen celebrated the day. Allison Prigge checked out what the day meant for Shirley's.
Allison Prigge here reporting for Globe News. We're in downtown Goshen at Shirley's Popcorn, joining in on the National Popcorn Day celebration. Owner Kate Lehman shares with us how Goshen is celebrating National Popcorn Day at Shirley's.
We are doing buy one, get one free bags. So any of our bags, you can get the second one for free, limit 2 per person. We have small bags and large bags in our store and a variety of tins, but the special is just on bags. We have 4 core events, we call them, throughout the year. So we have National Popcorn Day today. We celebrate Shirley's birthday, where we do BOGO bags again, but we give 100% of our sales to a reading organization. So that's always a fun day. Cook-off and Customer Appreciation Day. So that's also another really fun one. Yeah, I don't know. Bring us ideas. If you're in the community and you want us to get involved, talk to me.
If you want to come on in and get some popcorn for yourself, Shirley's is open every day but Sunday, each day opening at 9 a.m. If you're looking for more information, follow them on Facebook or Instagram at shirleys.goshen. For Globe News, I'm Allison Prigge.
Zach, popcorn by far is one of my favorite snacks in general, especially when it comes to watching movies. And I've had Shirley's before, and their popcorn is just so good. A wide variety of different types of popcorn.
Shirley's Popcorn actually donated their popcorn for Food Friday on the Breakfast Blend on the radio side of Globe Media, and they had a lot of great popcorn for us. My favorite was the Buckeye, which is chocolate and caramel and some salt to sweet and salty thing, and it tasted so good, especially. And they did really good with the Chicago popcorn too. It was a lot of fun that day, and we just have to thank Shirley's for that.
Absolutely, definitely.
That's all we have for this episode. You can follow us on social media and YouTube at 911 The Globe and on our website at globeradio.org.
We'll see you next time. This has been the Globe News Report.